Hello there everybody, my name is Olaterrio. Welcome back to our redrawing series. Last time, wait, I should probably explain. Where we redraw old thumbnails that I used to make thumbnail art. If you're curious, channel Olaterrio is 100% run by just me, Olaterrio. There's nobody else, not anymore at least. I do the thumbnails, I do the editing, I do the uploading, I do the recording, I do everything, so I made thumbnail arts for the series back in the day. I wasn't good at it. And to redeem myself, we made this series to redraw all the old thumbnail arts, which I thought were terrible. You know, last time we redrew Celeste, and this time we're going to be redrawing the Super Mario RPG drawing, which is from the first ever generation. Oh god, this is how long ago now? Dude, I remember, this was before the remake was announced. I remember when I was watching that Nintendo Direct, I got mad that they remade the game after I had I think it wasn't too long ago that I finished playing it. Why am I running Audacium at the same time I'm running OBS? I don't need, dude, I'm stupid. Like, this series doesn't take, first of all, I'm just gonna put this up here so we can look at it. The old thumbnail art. Oh my god, why is it on the, what? Why is bro on the right? Oh my god, that doesn't make any sense. Great, now I completely forgot what I was doing. I was gonna search something up. Sometimes I export, empty audio files because I do these special series and, yeah. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Why is it so big? Dude, this is like 12 times the resolution of what? Hold up. I've got to check something. What is the resolution of this file? I have to know. This is way beyond 1920 by 1080p. Size, no. Like, does it tell me the details of, like, dimensions? 380 40 by 2160? Excuse me? What? That is so incredibly big! Oh my god! What? That makes no sense. Why? If you guys are wondering why I'm freaking out the fuck out about this right now, most of my, hold up, I have a file here that, reminds me of the size dimensions. Most of my thumbnail arts are made in, the file size of 800 pixels by 1280 pixels, right? Most of the art that you see in thumbnails for my channel is that big. For example, I'm gonna bring up a recent example here, right? Omori is a good example of this. So let's just turn off this absolute catastrophe for a minute. Let's bring in Omori here. You can see that Omori is pretty big, but that's because he's taller than he is wide, so it makes sense that he's really, really big. And the reason for this is because sometimes I need to rescale the images. First of all, I need to manipulate it on, you know, size and shape. And if I make it too small, the pixelation becomes obvious. And, you know, brush textures isn't the thing I'm scared about, it's pixelation. It's a very big difference. This is pixelation, this is brush texture. They're two very different things. And I don't make these using vectors or anything. If you use vector art, you can scale them without any loss in quality, because vectors use mathematical formulas to draw their lines. This isn't vector art, so it loses quality the more you change it. So that in comparison to this, it is so unimaginably big, bro. What the fuck? Why is he so big? No, most of these by max have just my monitor resolution. My mouse is being moved by something. It just has the monitor resolution of 1920 by 1080. Sometimes it gets a little bit bigger. I don't know why this image, did this ever, I think this is a lost image. I don't think this ever appeared in a video. This is just, it's titled Root Beer Float, and there's nothing else. There's no more context to this image. What the fuck is this? Why is it so huge? I also think this is another lost thumbnail. I think these were supposed to be videos, animatics or something, but I got too lazy to make them. In fairness, there's this American Civil War animatic that I was planning to make, and I still have the file, I still have the project file. I could finish it, but now I kind of don't want to because it's extremely outdated, and there are a lot of things that I got wrong, not just from like, not like a little bit wrong, like extremely wrong. And there's also, I know a lot more about the Civil War now than I did like 10 months ago or even like a week ago. And I want to make fun of some more stuff. This is getting way off track. You know what? I'm delaying. This is delaying action right here. You're watching a master debater right here. Let's get into this. Enough fucking run. The first 5 minutes of any Olaterrio episode is just me rambling on like a psychopath. The thing about Mario RPG is that for some reason in this Mario game he looks like this. So I have to draw this as accurately as possible. Bro, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? Oh, I'm gonna fuck up so hard. There's no way. I'm not good at drawing like chibi-esque characters. I guess, well, I guess this Mario at the very least is simple in terms of proportion size, I guess. His head is a big circle, we all know that, and he has no neck, so I can just immediately get to the body, which is probably, like a this. It's probably like a this, I think. It's just like this weird... I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. His legs are just like tube cylinders. This is the weirdest Mario I've ever seen in my life. Don't forget to flip your image, Olaterrio. Don't forget to flip the image. You don't want to mess up now, do you? Why is his right leg so big? You see, this is the problem. I'm not good at proportion at all. Is this proportionate? I don't even fucking know. And his feet are just like, they're just like this. he looks like a motherfucking Kirby character. I never realized how absolutely goofy this iteration of Mario is. He just looks so weird the entire time. I don't know what his shoes look like at all. I don't know how to draw Mario's shoes. They're just like weird ovals. They don't have any form to them. They don't look like they have any form. In fairness, I don't think the people who made Mario's shoes put that much attention to it. It's like, unless you're weird or something, you don't look at Mario's feet for most of the game. You know, not like me. I look at Mario's feet all the time. I play Mario 64 and I go into first person and I just try to get a best angle into Mario's feet as possible. Do I want to stick with this or do I want to do something adventurous? You know what? There's probably an image of Mario jumping, isn't there? Well, I could probably rip that off of somewhere. You know, it's weird. No, there isn't an image of Mario jumping. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna ad-lib it. We're just gonna pretend like we know what Mario jumping looks like. You know, cause I want to do Mario jumping. You know, cause I decide what I do. So Mario jumping, right? His legs sort of do like a this, and yeah, I'm not good at doing action poses. I put 90% of my effort into just being able to barely draw regular poses. I don't know how to do action poses. This doesn't look right. No, this doesn't look right at all. Would that work? Would that work, he says, and it looks super fucking off. Yeah, I don't know if that would work. Did that work? Did that work? You know what, that might work. That might work. Now I just need to draw Mario in the back shoe. And it goes boom, boom. That's a fucking tumor, not a foot. Pretty sure that's what my doctor showed me this morning. Yeah, you have about 3 minutes. You have about 3 seconds to live. Doctor, can I... Damn. Boy dropped off. You really, after Dialtown, he really dropped off. Come on, man. I'm a post mortis. Is that, I was about to say post coitus or something like that. That's extremely wrong. It's not even remotely right. I need to refine the image I just fucking had. How is it this difficult? Whatever, you will do. Mario staring blankly into the ever-present void. You will do for now. Mario's hands are just everything about this Mario is just so creepy. I don't think I like him. He looks wrong, right? He just looks wrong. We're just gonna pretend like we know how to draw an arm. This'll work. Trust me. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna. This motherfucker don't know how to draw arms. I don't know how to draw fucking hands, brother. You think I know how to draw arms? This looks so wrong. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix this. It looks wrong. There you go. There you go. That whatever. We're gonna stick with that. I don't have time for this. And we're just gonna do basic shapes for everything right now because we don't want to put too much effort into the sketching layer. I mean, it's not like getting a good sketch determines how good your drawing is. It's ridiculous. No one's ever done that. Anyways, I think we're almost done with the sketching layer. I just gotta get some of the details down, you know, like the separation in his shoes, his overalls. I almost forgot. I'm about to draw a fucking butt-naked Mario out here. It would be weird, honestly, for a Mario series. He's already nearly butt-naked in half the games he appears in. I mean, come on. When is Nintendo gonna release the nude mod? Where's the nude cheat code for Mario? The one where he does a backflip and fucking explodes and dies. He also has some detail put into him in this model. He has like his overalls are actually quite detailed. That's weird. Why does Mario have that much detail? They should ban the person who fucking... This is an ugly ass model. Why the fuck did anyone make this? Anyways, you can see that I am a very hyperactive person. Actually, I'm not really that hyperactive. I get tired really easy. I'm tired right now. Talking a million miles per minute. No, I'm not really that much of a hyperactive person, honestly. My name's Ben Shapiro. I'm not that hyperactive. I don't talk that often. Anyways, whenever I shut the fuck up, we can finally get to talking about what else we need to do here. So for Mario, I think the biggest challenge is everything. The lighting. The lighting's gonna be a big challenge for me. I think finger do this. That's no finger, no do that. What the fuck is finger? What is fucking finger do? What is get him? Freddy, do you want some sausage? Freddy, do you want some sausages? Freddy got fingered. I remember that movie. Whatever, that works. I don't care. I know he's supposed to have it inside, but it looks weird if it's inside. Anyways, the biggest problem here now is his nose. Mario's nose is like this fucking big. It's like massive. It takes up like 90% of his face. And then you have, well, in this image I'm walking right now, it looks closed off. Is that it for every image of him? Yeah, it's so big that it sort of just becomes like a circle. It's super weird. Man, Mario freaks me the fuck out. Why does anyone like this guy? Bro looks kind of like Olimar right now. Olimar, Louis. Yeah, I get this motherfucker some mustaches, man. Anyways, we got one. So Mario has a very specific amount of bumps in his mustache. I don't know what to call these. Well, I'm not doing a good job right now. This is completely unbalanced in terms of proportion. So I'm just gonna... God, I fucking hate drawing Mario, dude. Fuck this character. Who decided to make this ugly-ass motherfucker? Man, fuck Mario. This guy's impossible to draw. Whatever, that'll do. It doesn't have to be accurate. It just has to be good enough. Mario's eyes are just... Oh, God, I fucking hate drawing Mario. He's so creepy if you don't know how to draw him well, is the problem. Most of this is going to be behind him, so I'm just going to hope that I don't have to think too hard about what Mario's facial features look like. Yeah, just to make an ear, I guess. This isn't too good because his cap is going to cover up his what are they called? Eyebrows? What do humans have again? Siri, how many penises does the average human have? Is it more than 2? Is it more than 2, Siri? Yeah, he has those eyebrows right there. He sort of looks like evil Mario right now. Evil Mario be like, my games are fun. That's bullshit right there. I think he needs to be like that, yeah. Connect the torso to the body. That would work. Maybe give him some actual pupils so he stops looking at me with those fucking weird, soulless eyes that Mario always has. Does that work? No. And then he has... Does that work? No. Moving on. We're just gonna rush through a little bit of this right now because I don't want to give it too much thought. He looks fucking weird. I hate drawing Mario, man. It's so hard to draw him without him looking weird if you don't know how to draw him. It's so fucking annoying. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate Mario. I can't stand drawing this motherfucker. His eyes! They look so weird. Oh my god. I can't fix them up because I don't know what's wrong. I'm just gonna... They look like motherfucking egg whites. They look like fucking uncooked egg whites. At least I know how to draw Mario's hat. No, yes, maybe, good enough. Good enough. It looks like a chauffeur's hat. And it's very simple. You put a big here, and then you put an M here. And for solid bold letters like this, I'm just gonna do that. We don't have to really think about color right now. This is a sketching layer, so we can do kind of whatever the hell we want. The only thing left to do is just to finish out some of the details left over, and maybe fix his fucking soulless, ugly-ass eyes and his ginormous tumor that we call his mouth for some reason. So creepy. I hate Mario. I hate him so much. He's so fucking creepy. Oh, why did Nintendo have to make this character? Why did I have to draw him for a thumbnail? Now I'm forced to redraw him. This isn't a willing video, by the way. I'm actually being forced. I'm stuck inside a cellar right now. Why the fuck does it constantly do that when I zoom back in? Whatever. Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about, so we're just gonna pretend like I finished my sentence there. Yeah, this is mostly Mario complete, except his eye over here is still freaking me the fuck out. I can't fix that properly, can I? Well, let's do the trick. Let's do this. Let's do this. God damn, he has a big ass nose. And we're just gonna try and figure out why this eye looks weird. I'll probably not be able to do it because it is too much for me, but we're going to try anyways. And nope, that doesn't work. I think you can notice by now that my sketches are actually the sketchiest thing about my art right now is my sketches, right? They're very sketchy, they're very unorganized, they're very dirty. It's sort of just how I like to work. I like to not give a lot of thought towards things. I like to just go in for it, you know? Gun it, do it now, do it now, kill your family now, kill your family! Yeah, I don't like to give it too much thought. Oh my god, it's hard working with a microphone. Usually I don't have a microphone while doing this. So I have to be in a weird angle, and this weird angle is throwing me off so much, but it might be, honestly, the reason why, it's actually kind of easier to draw, while recording, because I'm in a weird angle, forces me to pay attention. I did not mean to do that. My name's the president. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do, no, I can't do that fucking nasally voice without holding my, whatever. Now we're gonna move on to the second phase, which is just cleaning up the art here. This is honestly the less worse phase. It's still bad because I take forever on this phase. I think the part of art that I take the longest time in, I can close this window now, by the way, I don't need it. But I think the part of art where I take the most time is, first of all, is just like stalling. You know, I'm Joseph. Does Joseph Stalin have a middle name? I don't think he has him. He doesn't have a middle name. Hold up. This is actually important. No, I don't think he has a middle name. Oh, Joseph V. Stalin. His middle name is Vissarionovich. Nah. That guy was fucking crazy. Anyways, by the way, I was just watching Kings and Generals' latest series on the World War II. Watching his channel always scares me because it reminds me how close we were to getting some pretty bad timelines out there, like the Confederacy winning or the Nazis winning, both of which are terrible outcomes, and I hope they never come to fruition ever in any timeline, forever and the end of the world for all eternity. But it also gives me a new perspective on just how horrible and horrifying the Eastern Front was. Before, like, I always knew it was bad, but watching it go by week, I'm like, how the fuck did the Soviets win from this? They're losing thousands of men per day. Their land is being destroyed. The Germans are approaching rapidly. They don't have enough weaponry or armor or anything. And like by the end of the, I know they win. I know the communist flag flies over the Reichstag at the end of the day. But like, holy shit, it is so. You know what it is? It's stressful. Watching that channel is incredibly stressful. By the way, I'm changing the way this shoe sort of looks because it was ugly and I didn't like it. It was too far back, so it looked like his foot was weird and whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain shit to you. I don't have to explain fucking shit to you. But it's super stressful watching that channel because I'm just like biting my nails, going, oh my god, how do we win? How do we win? How do we win? And then by the time I'm like, oh my god, we're about to get something. Is something good gonna happen? He's like, all right, that's all for this week. And I'm like, god damn it! I want to know more. how does Uncle Joseph win this one for us? Man, horrifying conflict, so many people dead, and I'm so glad we won it, you know, together as a team. Because as I said in that history video I made, the one and only history video that's, by the way, not even that historically accurate. It's the most historically accurate video I have ever made, but I made a couple of egregious errors while making it. Not historically from what I can tell. Most of what I said was sort of historically correct. The bigger problem is that I just simply didn't, you know, provide sources or do fact checking. Or you know what's the most egregious part? I didn't have a script for that video. I ad-libbed the entire fucking thing. I don't think it's that hard to tell that I ad-libbed the entire fucking thing, but I ad-libbed the entire fucking thing with minimal script. Not even like a minimal script. Like, I think the only time I've ever had like any sort of reference was when I looked something up like halfway through like a rant I was doing, and that was sort of it. I didn't have anything else. By the way, the editing in that video was hell, because apparently the program I use, Shotcut, is really hard to edit with. Any editing program is hard to use to edit with. And listen, I have an old version of Shotcut. I kind of have to. The newer versions are too intensive for my computer. They crash more often. They don't have the ease of use that the old versions have. And if I use the new versions, episodes would take like 10 times longer to get out. And I already have all my presets made, and I kind of just don't want to go through the trouble of remaking them. But that video, it really showcased like the problem with those kind of videos, for me at least, because I don't have like a dedicated editor or anything like that, and I have to do all the edits myself, and I'm kind of limited by my hardware. The problem with that video, the biggest one, was that I just eventually ran out of like performance. Right, I would get near the end of the video, and it would be to the point where I didn't have, like, it's hard to explain, but basically I couldn't edit anymore if I wanted the video to export at all. If I edit it too much, you know what the program loves to do? It crashes. It'll be in the middle of exporting, and then it'll go like, you know what? I've had a good life. You know, I've raised wife and children. I helped my user out. I think now is a good time to commit suicide, and it fucking shuts down and kills itself, and I'm just like, okay. And that's the reason why at the beginning of that video you see a lot of edits and everything, and by the end you don't see any at all. It's because of that. It's because the editing program I use does not allow me to edit too much, lest the program shut down. And that episode took like, I think, it took an abnormal amount of time to export. You know, for the average video like a Mori or something, even when it's 30 minutes long, it still takes it takes around like 40 minutes to actually export. You know, the time of the video plus a little bit more. That's around the time it takes to export a video. For an episode like that involves a lot of editing, it takes around twice that long. It takes like 2 hours or something. It's ridiculous. And it's the reason why I don't want to do a lot more of those, because most of the animation, quote unquote, was done with the editing program instead of like an animation program. And the reason why I don't like using an animation program is because animation programs, they have a lot of problems for me specifically, not because they're difficult, but because I also like to draw. It's the problem where it's like when you're trying to study and you have like your Nintendo 3DS next to you and you're trying to focus on your study, but you can't help but look at the Nintendo 3DS. When I'm animating, I look at the new tab and I go, man, I could be drawing right now. I could be making fun sketches or something. And I just have to force myself to keep animating, and then eventually I just give up. It's the reason why I had to stop with that. I do hope at some point in the future, though, to actually make an animation, like a genuine animation, like one that actually, you know, another well, not an animation, it's more like an animatic, isn't it? This is incredibly hard to do this Doomden. But my hope one day is to eventually be able to make another animatic, the likes of like the early the days of this channel, where that was very abundant, but stopped happening because I moved on to gaming content, and quite frankly, I prefer the gaming content. It's a lot more fun for me. It's a lot easier to do. Not that I hate animatics or anything. It's just that it's way easier to do, and that's why they're so more prominent. The same thing sort of happened with review videos. I don't hate reviewing stuff. I don't hate review videos or anything, but it has the same problem as the animation for hyper simplified. That one animation I did. Oh my god, what is wrong with my body today? It has the same problem where the longer the video is, the more editing I have to do, the more the program like slows down, and I'm using the wrong brush. The problem then becomes me not wanting me not being able to edit too much because the programs. I already explained this. Why am I explaining it again? Whatever. Fuck off. You know what I'm talking about. You get the idea. Editing hard. Me complain. I'm complaining about the editing being difficult. Woe is me. My life is so hard. I have to spend hours every single day on this passion project I call a YouTube channel. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really don't want to edit the Sonic Adventure review. Even though I have everything. I have the episode, I have the file, I have the recording done. I have the script was finished. I already recorded all my lines. I got all the footage in place. I even got some of the Gmod skits that were gonna plan to be featured in that episode already done. And I'm never gonna probably do it because the amount of editing that would require would probably break my computer. And the export times would be horrible. It would probably take like 4 days to get one part to export properly. Yep. The killer of most creativity is my exporting software. Even then, even if I was popular enough to be able to afford a dedicated editor, I don't think I would have a dedicated editor. Mainly because I'm gonna go a little bit stylistic on this hand. I don't want to try too hard. But even if I could afford a dedicated editor, I don't think I would have one, because for as much as I'm complaining about the editing process here, I genuinely do enjoy editing. Because, you know, I get to see myself in real time do the stupid shit, and then I sometimes catch me doing really dumb crap from my recording, like missing an item multiple times. And if you the viewer, if you've ever seen a Let's Play of me and I miss an item multiple times, I'm doing the fucking force of habit, and I'm missing like an item multiple times, like way obvious, like it's right in the foreground, you can see it and I'm missing it. Imagine how I must feel, having to watch that not once, but multiple times for hours on end, having to watch my dumbass go like, what am I supposed to do? This game is impossible. This game's fucking stupid, man. I don't know what to do. And then the item's like right fucking in front of me and I'm not picking it up. Dude, it pisses me off way more than it pisses you off, boy. We're almost done with the refining layer here. Just need to do the M, and then we're practically done, and I can see the final product for ourselves. Now, one thing I didn't do these last 2 episodes that I tend to do most of the time for my sketching layers and everything. This is not done. I don't know what the fuck. I should have probably done it this and last episode, because it really helps out a lot. Is that usually when I'm sketching, I'll take a very bright, obvious color from my sketching layer, and I'll do that so that it stands out more, and I can tell what I'm working on. I can find it easier to you know, to tell which one's the sketch and which one's the refined layer. I really should have done this beforehand, because now it's kind of a little bit too late for that. But whatever, we're fucking done, and it doesn't matter anymore because we're moving on to the coloring layer. Now, for Mario, I think Mario might be the easiest motherfucker to color in the entire series we're going to be doing it. Great. I used to have a Mario reference here, and now it's replaced by Joseph fucking Stalin. This is exactly what I wanted. Why am I so stupid, man? Why can't I just do something simple? Now, I'm kind of not really at all in love with this right now. I think one of the major problems for me, at least, is just the weird bit in the chin. I think that could be just smoothed out. I don't think it needs to be there. It's just it looked like it was a sort of chipped in the reference material I was using. And the eyes still freak me out, but quite frankly, I don't know how to fix that. That's one of the problems I don't know how to fix. I'm just gonna try here. Maybe this will work. You know, straighten it out a little bit. Nope, that's not working. That's not working. God, Mario's eyes specific. It's because he has like more realistic human eyes than I'm used to drawing. You know what the eyes I'm used to drawing are? That. This is what I'm used to drawing. I've been drawing this for like the past 30 minutes now, and I've just been drawing like chibi furry animals, and this is what I've been drawing, and it's like look at his body. Oh no, wait. Mandela catalog be like, burn. This right here is a cryptid, motherfucker. This is what happened. What I'm used to drawing. So having to draw Mario's realistic eyes is a pain in the ass, basically. You know what? I'm about to give up right now because I really, one, I don't have time for this, and two, I don't care. You think I care? You think I care about quality? No. It's always been about quantity for me. Why is this clipping in here? Why is this here? Oh my god. I might wanna, I'm gonna redo the entire hat. I'm sorry, this is just butt fucking ugly. I can't bother looking at it anymore. It's just, it's strung together incorrectly. God, if only I had a stable goddamn arm. Could you imagine Olaterrio having a stable arm, actually practicing art and actually getting good at it? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I've never done that, but what the fuck? Oh my god, I've never done that before. I think that's a little bit better. Let's see. Sort of a little bit better. This needs to be trimmed a little bit. I can't, really tell. Whatever. And, whatever. I give up. That's better. It looks less slapped together this time. You know what? I can live with this line art. Not the best, not my best work, not my finest moment, but we're gonna move on. I'm serious about it now. We're gonna move on. Luckily enough for us, unlike Celeste, Mario doesn't have very sketchy lines, so we don't have to put any thought or effort into that. He has very peachy skin. Very peachy skin like this. That's might be a little bit too dark for Mario. Nintendo would hate me if I didn't blackwash. If I blackwashed Mario, dude, there would be Nintendo snipers outside my house right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure there are. There are people with strange weapons outside my window right now. Yeah, they're definitely gonna kill me. Has anyone noticed something weird about Mario? Is that he has like black hair as facial. He has black facial hair, but brown, like actual hair. Why is that a thing? Great, that's not the layer I wanted to touch. Thanks, Krita. You're so smart. You're such a genius, Krita. Of course, when I clicked the eyebrow, I meant the entire fucking outline. No, you're stupid. Fuck you, Krita. You're an idiot. You're a goddamn idiot. He has like dark brownish red like that for his sideburns, and that's the only time they ever show up. But I think the easiest part will just be, you know, everything else. Yes, that's where the color goes, Olaterrio. I'm double checking where Mario's colors go. Bro, I don't draw Mario often. How the hell am I supposed to know? And then the M itself is also red. Now we're going to be doing a lot of different things for this one. We're going to focus a lot on the airbrush and smooth lighting for Mario, because Mario's a very smooth character, from what I understand at least. And he has like navy blue. No, he has like deep, very deep blue like this. Yeah, he has like that very vibrant blue. Never noticed that before. Maybe a little bit lighter though. Might be a little bit too dark. Whatever, that's a barely noticeable change. Definitely worth doing. I was about to say something and then I just completely freaking forgot, so we're just gonna move on like that didn't happen. We're just gonna pretend like I remembered what I said and said it here. Olaterrio, insert a clip of me saying what I meant to say here. And, if you fuck this up, I'm going to kill you in real life. I know where you live, Olaterrio. I can do it. Right now. What does his shoes look like? Half the references don't have his feet. Mario feet. I'm gonna search up Mario feet on Google Images. Oh yeah, baby, Mario feet. Best search up Mario feet. Best search of my life. And that's Mario's feet right there. Mario feet. Mario feet. Mario feet. Mario feet. Mario feet. I'm getting this wrong actually. His feet are that much of a different color. They're sort of just like a lighter version of this. Like there. Well, obviously more than that. A little bit to the right. Whatever, good enough. There you go. We just gotta clean up a little bit more around here. We gotta do his eyes. Once again, we're not using pure white or pure black because pure white and pure black do not shade. At least on Krita. I don't know if they shade anywhere else, but they don't shade on Krita. He has light blue eyes. It's gonna look weird for a couple minutes, but we're gonna fix it later on. You know what he looks like? He looks like a shitty off-brand Mario. he looks like shitty off-brand Mario. I hate it so much. Oh my god, this is gonna take a lot of effort to make look good. But you know what? What is Channel Olaterrio if not putting an absurd amount of effort into making mediocre things look horrible things look passable, right? I mean, audio quality, not that great. Video quality, actually pretty good. Actually pretty good video quality. We don't complain about that here. Audio quality, not that great. Video quality is pretty good. We don't complain about that here. Audio quality, not that great. Video quality, well, video quality, we're gonna give it a in any case, it's what we're going to do anybody do. Man, I love Winston Churchill. Why do British people hate him? British people fucking hate Winston Churchill. I would kiss that man. I would have sex with that man right fucking now. Right now. If he showed up right now in my bedroom right now, I'd fuck him right now. Is this the fine art layer? I have to copy it so that what we do next may seem like a tragedy, but we're going to get rid of the outlines. Yeah, that's not the right... Na 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 na. So what we're gonna do now is, since this style is very smooth, very refined style, the problem with a style like that is that it's we have to get rid of the line art to really match it. God damn it. We have to get rid of the line art to really match it. So we're going to be doing that right now. We're just going to be getting rid of the line art. And I can't use the paint bucket or fill tool for this because there are certain portions of line art, like, oh my god, like here for example, this is going to be tricky to do. Where I have to use a separate color to differentiate one line art from another. Otherwise they all mix in together, and that's not the desired effect we want. So we're gonna be, I'll get into that a little bit more in a minute now. We'll see an example of that real soon. But right now we're just gonna keep, we're gonna keep going across. We're gonna slowly but surely remove the lines from this image. We're not gonna go and do that one though, because that would ruin everything. And we're gonna slowly but surely, we have to be careful because we don't want to get out of our league here. And now we're going to take a slightly darker color to do these ones, because these ones are going to be interacting with other pieces of the image that have the same color. And if we had the same color, we wouldn't be able to tell, you know, the separations. It would be impossible to tell. You know what I'm saying. I'm like, you know why? Because I can't think while I'm drawing here. Also, I think this is an example of just a piece of the painting that never got colored properly. No? What the hell is this? Why is this... No, wait. Yeah, it had to be this. Yeah, it is just a portion of the painting that didn't of the picture that just didn't get colored properly. I don't know why. It's an odd thing to happen. And now we're gonna do the same thing here. Hopefully we don't have the same problem. That's immediately fucked it up. That's incredible. That's like a world record speedrun fucked it up moment. And we're gonna slowly go around, little by little. We can be a little messy here because we haven't done the line art for any of this yet. And this is gonna take a while, but it's gonna be worth it because it'll make our life easier not having to do it later, because we're going to have to do it eventually. And our entire painting is gonna revolve around having no line art or very minimal line art, right? So we might as well get this over with. I'm gonna need a darker red here for the hat. Being careful not to go too far or do something stupid. That works, whatever. If it doesn't work, we'll fix it in post. Here we go, now we're doing the ear, slowly but surely, go all the way around. You know what, now that we have this free time, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite series on this channel. Klonoa, obviously, loved Klonoa. One Shot, obviously, loved One Shot. Man, I miss Klonoa. You know, One Shot, I don't know why everyone's so crazy about it. I understand it, honestly. I say I don't know why, but I do know why. It's because the character's cute or whatever. That's fine or whatever, but Klonoa was seriously like a game I actively enjoyed. It's one of those series that I think it's one of the series that I never got mad at once, which is incredible because that usually happens, and it didn't. And it's like an astounding achievement. It didn't happen once. God damn it, I have to do that line art part again. And I think that's why it remains one of my favorite series, if not my favorite series of all time on this channel, because it was just so good. It was so good. It was one of those games where I played it and I didn't get tired of playing it. But it's over. It was the last official game in the franchise, and it's gone. We can never play it again. It's lost to us forever. We can never play it again, guys. It's been banned from every country on Earth. It's lost to us. Lost to the sands of time. This is a national tragedy. This is worse than 9/11. You know? A couple thousand people died on 9/11. It kinda sucks. Can't play Klonoa because it got banned off the world. Tragedy. I'm so sad right now. I'm crying right now. I'm shitting and pissing and cumming my pants right now. This is the worst event in human history. I couldn't imagine a worse outcome than this. This is honestly like the worst outcome possible. I didn't even know that the world could be this dark and cruel. You know, before this moment, I was pretty adamant that humanity was pretty awesome, but now I'm not so sure. Now I see humanity for what it is. Fucked. We are fucked. This is our future? Whatever. I also liked One Shot. I didn't mind not One Shot. I liked One Shot. I think more of my memories of that game come from the fact that I think I found it relatively quickly. I think I might have... No, that can't be it. I couldn't have been the first one to find... I think I got it off like a suggestion. Not from like YouTube. Like, no. You guys don't determine what comes out of this channel. No, I'm just fucking with you. I do plan to do some of the things I said I'm going to do. I'm like a politician. I make promises and never come clean on them. No, I'm just fucking with you. But, I remember seeing it on somebody else's channel, I think? Maybe? I don't know. It might have been me randomly finding the game and deciding to play it myself, or it might have been me seeing it on somebody else's channel and playing it from there. Really, there's no way to tell because it was so long ago that I don't have a clue as to the origins of that. It's too long ago. You'd have to ask past me, or maybe you check out the first episode and maybe I said it in the first episode where I found it. I don't think I did though. No, that doesn't sound like something I'd do for that series. I think I'd remember if I did that. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I don't know. This is not a ploy to get you to check out that series, by the way. This is just me genuinely thinking that I might have said that, I might have not. Ugh. Yeah, it was too long ago for me to tell. It's the same reason why I don't... It's like the same thing with my channel name. Why is it called Olaterrio? God if I know. How would I know? What? I made it so long ago, I don't remember the origins of that. I'm fairly certain it was just me fucking around, though. I'm fairly certain it was just me on the keyboard going, what sounds like a good funky name, and I just came up with that, and then later on I came up with an excuse or like a reasoning, like a retroactive reasoning as to why it was called that, when it really, there was no reason. I think I made a video on it too and everything, like a Q&A for like the 2 people that were watching my channel back then. And to those 2 viewers, welcome, welcome to this series. I'm glad you've managed to. If you stuck around for that long, I don't know what to tell you. It's been a while, hasn't it? Long time, long time. Nothing's really changed, has it? World just keeps getting worse. That's human history for you, buddy. The world's always been getting worse since the Stone Age. Since the fucking Bronze Age, man. Man, the Bronze Age was the best age. Back then, you didn't even know who a Chinese person was. You didn't know there was a Chinese. You didn't even know anyone outside your village, man. Those were the days. Sorry, I had to go do something. No, we're back on the eyes. I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was so long ago, that one-shot episode. Another one of my favorite series was Undertale, and that one's special to me. That one's special to me because I think it's one of the few series where I never swore, or at least I tried not to swear. That's very rare for me if you haven't noticed yet. Anyways, we are now finally done with the hardest part of this drawing, which was everything. Now we're gonna go to the second hardest part, which is everything else. The sequel nobody wanted, everything and everything else. Alright, well, I don't know where to start here. I guess we'll start at the beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I don't know. Oh my god, I think I messed up. This red does not shade very easily. Not at all. That is gonna be a problem. Well, tell me, Darken, will you solve this problem? A little too well, methinks. This is a little extreme for the darkness. That's why I hate the Darken feature. It darkens too much. It's too good at its job, man. Like the Anti-Corruption Bureau, it's so good at its job. We investigated ourselves and found no fault of our own. They're so good at their job, it's too much. We can't keep winning like this. Does this have color? Sort of. I mean, if you can call that color. Well, we're gonna try to bring color into this. I don't know how the hell to do this. Honestly, I'm a little bit lost on this one. Not sure how I'm gonna do this. Overlay just straight up doesn't work. Oh god. Yep. It's gonna be one of those videos. The last one was pretty self-explanatory. Just look at what the artist did. But now I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm oh god. We've got a situation. You know what? We're gonna start with the soft light then. We're gonna start with soft sunlight. We're gonna start with a nice soft sunlight from the morning. This is not working the way I want it to. That's more the color I'm going for. And I can't get Kirby songs out of my head. You know the Kirby song that's playing in my head right now? I've been playing too much Kirby. I love Kirby's Return to Dream. I want to do a series on that eventually. You know, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. This might not be the right color setting, but whatever. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna see what happens if I do this. You know, we're gonna bring a bit of extremity into this. Some extreme lighting from one direction, you know, the right. Not sure why that's acting like that. Oh, I know, because I didn't color it properly. That's fine. We're gonna bring in some bounce light, some backlight. You know, just make it seem like he's being lit up from behind. It's all gonna come together eventually. We're just gonna tell ourselves that and pray to God it's true. Now we're gonna fix up some of this. It's still pure black because I didn't color it properly. You know what? I call that character. You call that a mistake. I call that giving the drawing character. But whatever. Now we're gonna get an overlay again. Yes, another one. We're gonna just try for the life of us to use the overlay layer a little bit. I think, yes, the skin does shade a lot better than the overalls. I don't know why the overalls are so bad with shading. So we're gonna give a little bit of rotundness to this. We're gonna give his nose, make it a little bit shiny. That looks nice. I accidentally undid it. That's fine. If I could do it once, I could do it again. I did not alpha lock this layer. That's beautiful. That's incredible. That's just the pure genius on my part. Olaterrio, your decision not to alpha lock the layer has led to 5,000 people dying. That was the best decision in human history. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, you see, I make a YouTube channel for a living. For a living? Olaterrio, you don't make money off this shit. You're broke as fuck. This motherfucker's broke! Break his kneecaps! I've heard that sentence once too many times before, boy. I'm not gonna hear that shit again, boy. I've heard that way too many times. I keep running from the law. Gotta stop doing that. Gotta learn to stop doing that. Gotta learn to stop breaking the law. Man, it's so hard. But not killing people is a problem. Are you fucking serious? I accidentally... That's one of the problems with using a tablet. Occasionally, it'll just say fuck you and accidentally color pick a color that you didn't want it to color pick. Fucking stupid, worthless piece of shit. Every time I swear like that, I'm reminded of Doug's Pajama Sam AI video. I don't like AI. I think it's very boring most of the time. It creates the same thing over and over again. But I do like it when it's trying to be funny, though. You know, when it's used for like comedic purposes or just for fun. I don't mind that. But I don't think it works very well in a serious scenario. Is the thing. Well, you know, I do think it has practical applications. Like translating languages seems like a good fit for it. You know, maybe, I don't know. But just for like things like human things, like drawing and art, I just find it kind of boring. You know, I like doing that stuff myself. That's kind of the fun part. Why would I want to automate the fun part? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, we're going to do a little bit of human trickery here. The eyes are going to be shaded a little bit because, well, I think this might be better if I just do it like this. The eyes are going to be shaded a little bit. This is going to represent the curvature of the eyes, and it's going to give it a little bit of depth that we're going to expand upon a little later. But already our drawing is starting to look not like dog shit, which is a very good milestone to hit because that's very, very hard to do, not look like dog shit. You might notice me breathing heavily. I'm talking so much that I'm leaving myself exasperated. I'm running out of air in my lungs every time I talk like this. It takes a lot of energy to do this. This is not the color I want. This is... Just immediately I notice this is not the color I want. It's the color I'm getting. Maybe if I do this? Whatever, it's the color... It's not the color I want, but it's the color we got. Mom, I want brown gold color. We have brown gold color at home. Brown gold color. This is a stupid fucking joke. Olaterrio, cut this part out of the video. Olaterrio, cut my sausage off. Olaterrio, suffocate my nutsack. Olaterrio, come on. Do it now, you pussy. Olaterrio, twist my penis off. Right now. In real life. Olaterrio, threatened to kill the president. In real life. On stream. On Kick. On YouTube. This weekend. Olaterrio, assassinated a member. Olaterrio, stripped naked in the Walmart. Olaterrio, tell Siri I love her. The Taylor Swift fans, they found me. I'm not going to make it. No, Olaterrio, don't die on us. We love you. That's a sentence never said in human history before. That was first time for everything. Some people say this is the first time for everything. I find that bullshit. No one's ever said that about Olaterrio. Ever. What we're doing now is we're just adding a little bit of stylization to it, because otherwise the image would look very boring if we didn't. So we're adding a little bit of, you know, like the light or whatever, and highlights or whatever, and stuff or whatever, and shit or whatever, and, you know, that kind of stuff or whatever, and it's kind of like stuff or whatever, and we're really just adding stuff or whatever, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I have vague ideas of what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what I'm doing for real though. I don't know what I'm doing. But no, seriously, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I have vague ideas of like art ideas, like bounced light, scatter light, you know, that sort of stuff. But in reality, I'm not quite sure what any of it actually is. I've never practiced any of it. I just sort of go into it and say, well, I'll just figure it out when I'm there, you know? We get there when we get there. I want this to be a divide because this is going to... No, never mind. Maybe just a normal then? That could work, yeah. I just need this to be pure white to represent the pupils. And, hold up, let me get that image up again. I want to see... Yeah, okay, they have a thing going on. Actually, this is sort of wrong. This, color layer. So, I'm gonna have to do something real quick, which is get rid of all the colors. Grab this color, re-get all the colors. I accidentally brought in the sketch layer again. This is the colors for the pupils. This is what I want. I need a dark... No, what the hell is that? That's like a very vibrant blue, actually. It's like a blue like this. I'm gonna need this here. Mario has sort of like really blue eyes I never noticed before. I just noticed this, and now I have to redo this section of the eyes to get it right. And now that we have that, nope, that's the wrong layer. I'm picking the wrong one. Now we get to overlay again. And this one's going to be fun, I think, because now we can overlay this section of the eyes, which is my favorite part to do, is just this overlay bit, because we go from dark to light, and I really like going from dark to light. Is this the right brush? No. I was wondering why it was so, like, harsh, the brush. I was like, why is it so harsh? It shouldn't be happening. And now I know why. So, there you go. Now we got that going on. He doesn't have any special features in his eyes. Not that I can notice anyways, other than that the outsides of the eyes are like, sort of like darkened like that, so they pop out a little bit. Like they're sunken, like they're bulging out of his head. It's kind of weird, honestly. Yeah, is that it? Do I call that it? Do I call it it? Let me say something real quick. No, that's not the sketch layer I'm thinking about. That's not it either. Which fucking layer is this again? I don't remember. It added so many layers. I can't find it. I can't find it. What layer did I add this in? Okay, no, there was it. That was it. Okay. I just wanna lower this a little bit. This is too prominent. It's taking attention away from everything else. And there you are. That should probably help a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, that helps a lot. Okay. But is that it? I think that's mostly it, right? There's not much else I can do here without just adding meaningless details that I don't know how to add very well. I mean, I can try. This is the color layer, right? No, that's the line art layer. Which was the color layer? Yeah, that's the color layer. So, did I just add this? What? I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention to where the file landed. So I can add a little bit of like fun details, like pink up his nose and like the edge of his, like some of the spots here, like the bottom of the. Is this a normal? This does not feel like a normal layer. Well, that's because it's affecting a lot of other stuff too. You know, like warm up some of the sections of his face and everything. Add a little bit of color to it. What does that look like without? Actually, I think that kind of improves it a little bit, but just like the most minor amount. I'm not quite sure about it. Actually, well, whatever. We're practically done here. I don't see much more detail to add, so I'm gonna say we're done. I'm gonna make the title art. Compared to Celeste, this one took me around 1 hour again. That's actually a pretty consistent time. I guess it takes me 1 hour to make a sort of fully finished render of a character if I'm really going for it. I'm really gunning for it. I don't want to. The problem here is that I don't want to write Super Mario RPG because that title's way too goddamn long. So instead, I'm just gonna write RPG and call it a day. Yeah. I should probably title this layer so I don't get confused. Yep, there you go. And we're gonna go to... I forgot it was called Titties. We're gonna go to Titties and just sketch out the RPG real quick. This one's confusing because it's three-dimensional and it's got a very sharp art style that I'm gonna have to try to copy here, but that should be fine. I actually kind of like and lean into sharp art styles a lot, so we should be good. Well, at least it's over. We can finally say it's over. Thank Christ. I know I didn't put a lot of effort. God, I'm going to kill someone. God damn it. You know what? Mix these two layers together. Move them on. There you go. Actually, move them like down here. Yeah, we're gonna move Mario down too. Woohoo! It's me, Mario. Yeah. Woohoo! Ah! Look, it's the beach. Boing, 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 boing. But there you have it, Mario from Mario RPG, completely redrawn in a style that tries to mimic the one from the game. Now, my one complaint here probably that I have is that one of the lighting settings is too bright. I'm going to try to find which one that is. Give me a second. There's a lot of these. This one right here, this one's a little bit too bright. That probably helps bring out the line art a little bit more. There you go, we're just going to save that. And yeah, this is Mario from Mario RPG. Get a good look at it. I'm going to give you like 10 minutes to look at it. Alright, 10 minutes is up. That's probably around 10 minutes. I counted in my head. I count really fast. I went by milliseconds. I meant 10 nano minutes. Yeah, whatever, Olaterrio. We're going with that. Now we're going to go into the art review segment and talk about why this one art piece is extremely bad. Well, besides just the fact that it's 10,000 goddamn feet tall, rivaling Godzilla in length and height, and probably weight too. The first problem that you should immediately note, I'm gonna give you guys the chance to try to figure out what you think is wrong about this. All right. So I'll let you look at it for a little bit, and you right now try to find all the flaws in this art before I go into it. And if you get them all, well, there's a secret surprise outside in your mailbox. You put your mailing address in the comments below, and I may or may not be sending you a pipe bomb. So, first problem, as per usual, the face is off because this is not aligned at all. I mean, look at this. This is not even close to being anything like the human face. Now, the human face, I know I do a lot of cartoony stuff, so the human face usually doesn't apply, but the human face is usually something like this. Right? If you want an anime face, you go down here, right? The rule of thirds applies. I'm not good at drawing things head-on, by the way. I'm good at drawing things on the side, but not head-on. Everything head-on sort of just looks lopsided. But even if you're drawing a human face, you usually start with a circle, because that's usually the best representative here, of like the shape of the skull, you know, at least if you're looking head-on. And the problem with this is that it's not conforming very well. It's sort of like the face on the background is sort of like a sloping off in like a weird direction. Like it looks like it's I don't know how to explain it. It looks like a me face, you know what I'm talking about? Second of all, the nose here is super flat. This looks like a 2D object instead of a 3-dimensional object. A way you can fix this is if you go here, the line in the center, and account for the nose, and then you draw a circle around that or something. I don't know. Just make the circle more bigger. You know, more bigger, have more presence. Make sure it rounds itself off. It looks like a 3-dimensional object. The mustache behind it is also way too small to be Mario's mustache. Mario's mustache is fucking humongous. I don't think I've any. At least in this game, it's humongous. The same problem applies before. The eyes are not centered at all. Especially if this is Mario, I can understand because Mario has a very weird and big face. But the eyes here, one's bigger than the other one, and one's falling off to the side. Like they're asymmetrical. It's what I'm trying to say. They're not symmetrical. Usually, how do you solve this? First of all, is that you draw both eyes. Both segments of the eyes at the same time. So if I was going to do something like this, I draw each segment one after the other on both sides like this. I do it on one side, then I do it on the other, and you don't skip ahead, and that way it helps in keeping it, you know, symmetrical. And just having all these guidelines, you know, top of the eye, bottom of the eye, where the eyebrows lay, this all helps you keep things symmetrical. Like right here, I did this too low, boom, that's a little bit more symmetrical now. That usually helps a lot. And the eye I know I didn't do that for this one, but that's because I don't fucking care about Mario. You know, I'm just noticing now that Mario's left eye is a little bit too much to the left. I can't fix this. A little bit like, I like it a little bit. It just looks so goofy. I hate drawing Mario, bro. No matter, even when it's finished, I'm like, man, this looks like shit. Yeah. The same problem goes with the hair. The hair is just like sort of drawn on blobby mess. There's no like center origin point that determines where the hair comes from. And you know, the hair has to move across like the physical face. It can't just like fly off for no reason. It should have like rounds and everything. It should conform to the structure of the face, and it just doesn't happen here. The ear is a lot more accurate this time, but if the eyes are gonna be this, if the eyebrows are gonna be this big, if you want to be accurate, the ear would also be like this massive. But obviously, if you're doing something stylistic, having an ear right here is pretty good. Out of all the drawings, this one probably has the ear in the most correct place, even though it's still incorrect. The same problem goes with the neck, as per usual. It's just drawn like this, with no account for the three-dimensional form that the neck usually has. You know, not a problem for Mario RPG, because Mario doesn't have a neck in this game, but whatever. You have the same problem here, where the body is just sort of made up of like these three massive squares, and it seems like there's no legs. Well, obviously, I'm not going to criticize the bottom part, because this part's not meant to be seen, but if it was like a full body image, first of all, Mario's things would probably end like a little bit further up here, right? This is way too far down, because around down here is where you'd want to start going with the legs. Actually, that's not too wrong. Mario, for the sake of like, God, he's just like really tall for some reason. I don't know why he's so tall in this one specifically. But yeah, it'd be around there. I guess I was sort of correct about that, you know, because it's more realistic, I guess. It's easier to, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just saying nonsense. It's just that there's no leg separation here, and the proportions are a little bit off. There's like 3 boxes that the human body is usually made up of, 2 for the top, 1 for the bottom. You know, average human proportions. I'm going on a fucking rant about nothing right now. I will tell you one thing: these shoulders are a fucking mess. Why they look disconnected from the body? They should come off the body directly. I think I was trying to do like visual details here, like the clothing details, but it comes off more like the shoulder is like up here, way off the body for some reason. It comes off wrong, and the perspective here is completely horrendous. First of all, it's like the size isn't the problem. It's sort of accurate to where it should be, but the breadth and the width of it is just completely wrong. It's not. It shouldn't be this wide. Like, look how wide this is. It's way too wide compared to like the rest of it. It just doesn't make any sense. And this one's just completely wrong, because if the arm was facing up here, right? Is that where the arm? Is that where it should be? No, it should be facing outwards. I have a problem. Past me was correct about the what? Past me was right about something. If the arm was facing upwards, it would overlap the arm, the part of the arm behind it, not whatever the fuck this is, where it sort of like shares space. That's just weird and doesn't make any sense. I don't have a lot of complaints about the shirt. I have a complaint about the hat though. Is that the hat's in a completely strange perspective. It's looking upwards for some reason, which would suggest that I'm looking upwards, but I'm not looking upwards in this image, so it just looks wrong. Although I'm not good at drawing the Mario hat even to this day, so I don't have really much to say about this other than don't make it look so upward. Just even slightly angling it down like this would probably help a lot with this image. I think the biggest egregious mistake with this image is just the fact that it's like 3,000 like pixels big. Like, it does not need to be that. I don't know what the fuck was wrong. I don't know why it was that big. Anyways, now that we have a little bit of time, I got an idea. Can I move certain sections of this drawing like this? No. This is not going to work. It's sometimes the background is too bright to be able to see specific details I want, so the solution for that is to make it the ugliest fucking color you could possibly see in your entire life. If I move this eye over, would this fix the problem I have with this eye? Why does it fall behind? What? Why does it disappear? I don't know. It just looks a little bit off to me, and I can't. Well, I can't edit it now. It's too late. But it looks a little bit off to me. But whatever. That is the second episode. This one's shorter, and it's probably gonna have a lot more cut content out here because I just went on too many rants and a lot of boring, quiet moments that aren't fun to watch. So, you know, we did have a fun time this episode. I'm not gonna lie. We had that fun moment at the beginning, and there were moments where I started laughing too. We had a good time. Most art is about having fun. That should be the primary goal of anyone who's drawing, is to, you know, enjoy the time that they're spending drawing. If you're not having fun drawing, then, well, I suggest you find a new way to draw, right? The solution to if you're not having fun isn't give up, it's find a way to make it fun again. If you're not having fun with Minecraft, you find a way to make it fun. You install a mod pack, you change the way you play the game. You know, that's the strategy. You don't just give up on something like that, you know, unless it's something bad for you, like smoking. But whatever. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this episode, or if you're following along for whatever goddamn reason, I don't know how the hell you could follow along. I don't explain anything. Not since the last episode, because I think I explained a lot of the layers and what they do in the last episode. And my thought process for making art, like, I hope this episode shows you, at the very least, if nothing more, the process I go through when I'm making art, and the fact that there's no thought put into it whatsoever. That 90% of my art is completely ad-libbed, just on-the-spot decision-making with no planning whatsoever. The only planning is the sketch layer, and we're sticking to it, baby. So, yeah, you do not need to be... Alright, let's, I hope one of the lessons you learn from this series is that, one, you do not need to be the professional artist to make good art or nice looking art, right? And two, you do not need to know every single trick in the goddamn book to make good art. Sometimes just slapping whatever filter on whatever layer and going crazy makes something that looks nice, you know? And I hope you had fun watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, where since we did it last episode, I might as well do it this episode, show off what the next redraw is going to be, right? And I think everyone's going to have a little bit of a time with this one, because I know I'm going to have a little bit of a time with this one, a little bit of a what the hell am I supposed to do with this, because the next drawing is apparently my Dialtown thumbnail, which generation 2. Is that correct? Hold up, let me see that. That might be an error, because did I? Oh, yeah, no. Generation 2 Dialtown. Yep, I know which one I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyone who watched my Dialtown episode, or my Dialtown videos, you know exactly the thumbnail I'm talking about. We're gonna be going back and... Oh my god, I did not mean to open that! I forgot that I switched the default program to Paint. That's a problem, by the way. If you have high CPU usage, which with shell infrastructure host, if you watch Task Manager and it's using up a lot of your CPU, try changing your default app from Photos into Paint or Photos Legacy, because for whatever reason, the default app of Photos, just, I don't know why, but it runs up the CPU. I don't know how the fuck that correlates. How does that correlate? Only God fucking knows, and he left this world like ages ago, and he doesn't fucking know, right? I don't know why, but that fixes it. It fixed it for me, at least. I haven't seen a problem with it yet, but I'm still getting used to the fact that when I open an image, it opens fucking Paint instead. It's gonna take a while to get used to that, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I guess you got a sneak peek into the image that we're redrawing for next time, but yeah. I'll see you guys then. I said the outro like 7 different fucking times. You know what, olaterrio, if you cut, don't you dare cut me in the middle of the